So this is the Z46, the German Tier 9 destroyer. Now I'm going to go over the stats of the ship firstly, then I've got a replay to show you some playthrough on it, and I'll give you my final words on the ship. So starting out, I'm going to go over the stats. So the ship has 16,200 health base. It has three main guns, which are 128 millimeters. They do, as you can see here, 1500 HE damage, which is less than some of the other ships on this tier, like the Fletcher and the Udaloy. They have decent AP damage though, so if you get some of the side of cruisers, especially the British cruisers, you can penetrate them with these guns. It has a defense rating of 37, that is second last only to the Yugomo. It has a maximum speed of 37.5 knots, which is the second fastest destroyer on tier 9. The Udaloy is the top with 40 knots. It has a detectability range by air of 4.4 kilometers, which is one of the higher for the tier, but its detectability range by sea is 7.6 kilometers. The Fletcher is 7.4, the Yugomo is 7 kilometers, and obviously the Udaloy Terrible is 9.2. Now, it's a pretty good ship. It also has torpedoes, just to go over those quickly. They reload in 81 seconds, which is pretty low for the tier. They have a 10 kilometer range, and they are detected 1.4 kilometers away, which is really, really good for this tier. The torpedoes are relatively fast, too. I believe they do, 67 knots there they do. So it's pretty good. Now, you can't, this ship falls in a weird place, okay? It's not a gunboat, but it's not as good of a torpedo boat either. It's kind of like a jack of all trades. Now, one of the things I'm going to go over when I go on the equipment is the smoke time. The smoke time on the ship's not great compared to the Fletcher, compared to especially the Yugomo. That's going to be one of the crutches of this ship. So going on to the modules quickly, you get a damage control pod 2 or 1, depending. I always run with 2. It's worth spending the silver, I believe, the credits, I should say. To get that cooldown time at 20 seconds shorter is really worth it, especially in a battleship. It's more worth it. I also get a premium smoke generator, again because of how long it doesn't last very long. The puff time on it is 20 seconds, but I'm not sure exactly how long it lasts. There, 73 seconds it lasts, which is not very long at all compared to some of the other destroyers. Just for comparison, let's check out the Fletcher. So the Fletcher's lasts 160 seconds. So it is more than double what the Z46 lasts. Z46, as I said, is 73 seconds. So it's really poor time that it lasts. And you get an extra minute plus on the Fletcher. I then use engine boost. I don't premium that because I've even got 31 available. I don't really premium it because I don't use it that much. Really, just use it to get in or out of the fight. Then hydroacoustic search. I do premium this for the cooldown. An extra minute off the cooldown is really good. It's active for 98 seconds, which is fantastic, especially for hunting down enemy destroyers. You could acquire them from 4.68 kilometers away, which is nice, and you'll see in the replay I do use that as well on enemy destroyers. It's worth premiuming, getting a minute lower on the cooldown. I'll show you the upgrades, the ones that I've went with. So here, you've got your standard upgrades. I went with main armament modification 1 to let the batteries got less chance of being destroyed, but also the torpedo tubes have less chance of being destroyed. The only other thing that I might consider going with here would be the magazine modification. It's pointless to go for AA survivability. And then the second upgrade, you get main battery modification 2, you get AA guns modification 2, you get aiming system modification 1, which is what I went with. Torpedo tubes traverse faster, less dispersion on your shells. Secondary firing range, well, that's irrelevant anyway. Secondary dispersion, again, irrelevant. This is a premium one, which you could consider it actually for this ship. If you want to have longer time on the initial action, but then it's going to reduce the smokescreen duration even more, which is a nightmare. Hydroacoustic search, again, could consider it for this ship. It's just a premium one that I've got from Rank Battles, but it's pretty good. 20% more acquisition on hydroacoustic. Third modification, main battery modification 3. Main battery loading time, main battery traverse speed. Could take torpedo tubes modification 3 instead. I'm actually considering that, but the higher chance of them coming past 8, I don't like that. Then you've got AA guns modification, which again is pointless. Third one, I took propulsion modification. Less chance of the engine being knocked out, but you've got the typical ones here. There's also a premium one. Again, it's actually pretty good for destroyers. This 50% more action time on the engine boost. Fifth upgrade, typical ones again. I took steering gears, minus 20% rudder shift. Don't think you can really argue with that. 6, concealment again. Can't argue with that. The destroyer. If you wanted to go hunt a killer, you could take target acquisition system, but I wouldn't recommend it really. So here is the commander skills that I've went with on this ship. I don't have a full pointed commander just yet. I've still got 2 points to spare on the commander, but I'll go over what I've got so far. So for the first skill that I took would have been preventative maintenance. You can either take that or you can take expert loader. Second skill that I took would have been last stand. For me, it's the only option for a destroyer really. If your engine gets knocked out in a destroyer, you're just dead in the water. Another option you could take would be smokescreen expert, or possibly torpedo acceleration might be another option. I think you'd be squeezing it at expert marksman because the turrets move pretty quick anyway. Jack of all trades you could take as well, which is the one that I picked for my second tier 2 skill. Third tier skill, I picked torpedo armament expertise, minus 10% reload time on the torpedo tubes. A couple of other skills you could take here. You could take survivability expert to increase your HP. As I took, you could also take superintendent, which is what I took as my second skill. You could take vigilance to acquire torpedoes easier. You could take demolition expert. Again, I see a lot of people taking that. You could take basic firing training, basically to reduce the reload time of your main guns. I was torn between these two on this tier, and I went with superintendent in the end. I think for destroyers, the third tier of skills is the absolute best. Survivability expert's fantastic. Torpedo armament expertise is great. Superintendent's great. Demolition expert's great. It's really a varied choice on that row. Last row, there's only one choice though. Concealment expert. If you've got enough points on your cap and you have enough to take the second skill, you could take advanced firing training for more range on your guns. You could also take radio location to help hunting down enemy destroyers. Those are really the only options I would say on this tier. There's nothing else that jumps out at me. So once I get 2 more skill points, I'm not sure what I'll take with them. To be honest, I might take smokescreen expert, I might take expert marksman, or I might drop these 3, and then with the additional point I may get basic firing training, demo expert, or survivability expert. I'm not sure of those. So with all the mods and all my captain skills, I'll show you what my stats are at. So I'm at 19.9k hit points. My main battery firing time is on 3.5 seconds. Torpedo tube reloading time is 81 seconds. Maneuverability 39.4 knots. And turning circle of 670 meters. Rudder shift time of 3.6 seconds. Concealment 5.9 by sea, 3.6 by air. So here is that game. So we're going to have a look what's on the enemy team initially. So I'm really looking at the destroyers because that's who I'm going to meet first. So we've got a Bliska Wicker, we've got a Tashkent, we've got 2 Yugamo. We've also got 2 Edinburghs on the enemy team. And we have a Fiji. So I need to watch out for the Hydra on the Fiji and the radar on the 2 Edinburghs. We've got the tier 9 enemy ship is a German battleship. We have an Easimo on our team. I'm liking our chances though, because I like that we've got a Chappie, Evan and Atlanta as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into sea. We're going to see who's here. Hopefully some of the destroyers will be here, the enemy destroyers. We're going to try and contest this cap. I'm hoping that there's no Belfast here. What I like to do when I'm in this destroyer is I like to sort of charge into the cap, fight for it. If I see that there's no strong radars on the enemy team. The radar on the Edinburgh, I believe, is 8.5 kilometers. It's either 8.5 or 8.8. So you can spot him as he can't outrange you with it, kind of thing, by being detected. So I will see if he's coming here. I'll know if I'm safe. So there's a Fiji. The Fiji's coming straight in here. So I'm going to turn, and my plan is to deploy some torps, but then I'm spotted, so I know one of the destroyers is here. And it's the first Yugamo. So we're going to open up on him. He's slowed right down though, so those shots are going to go a little bit too far. But we keep firing. We deploy our smoke. Fire some torps. Probably won't hit because he'll keep moving, but we need to just fire them to hopefully distract him. So our hydroacoustic popped there and we spotted him for a moment, and then he got back in stealth, and I've took some big damage here. So I need to get back into my smoke. The Fiji's probably firing torps as well. So there's the Yugamo, I've got him detected now. Firing on him. And I've got torps incoming to myself. I hit him for a big hit there. So I'm going to turn, put my back to these torps so I can avoid them. And there's another Yugamo. So we're going to avoid the torps, one ship down. Now the great thing about this ship is you've got 4 guns on the back. So you can do some pretty awesome damage when you back face the enemy. So I'm firing. Keep firing here. Torps reloading in 20 seconds. I'm still firing. I've lost sight of the Fiji, so I'm starting to move. And there he is as I start to move. He's coming in with me. Not sure why he hasn't popped his hydroacoustic yet. I need to finish this Yugamo before I get out this smoke, ideally. I'm leaving the smoke now. Yugamo smoked, but it was too late. Fiji's got me spotted now, and he's going to open up on me and probably rip me apart. So I'm turning for torps. His fire is coming in though. He hit me big there, so I'm going to turn a little bit back, and then I'm going to turn in again. Torps away. I'm not going to turn back around now. Now we've got a destroyer firing us to our side as well. Tashkent's firing on us. Now I just want to try and outrange this guy. 5.9 kilometers I need to get to him. 5.6 now. 5.8, 5.9. We're outranged. No longer spotted. So we're just going to keep going away, and I'm on 500 health. But I took out 2 destroyers there. It was worth it. So there's the Fiji. Can he avoid my torp? No. Torp hit him, killed him. 3 kills straight away. All 3 kills in the game so far have been from me. So there's the Tashkent. So he's away now. He's on 5 or 6k. I didn't quite see that as I was leaving. Now we're going to redeploy to sea. I was just checking out the map where people are. So We go to C. I don't want to really fight that Tashkent because he'll kill me. He's on 5k, I'm on 500. I can't see him far before he sees me, but I don't want to even get into that confrontation with him. So I'm going to go to basically stop this cap from the Nagato and hopefully throw some torps at him, because my torps will be, they are reloaded now, both tubes. So we fire. And now I'm going to slow down, because I want to stay in the cap and just stop him capping. I'm not even going to take the risk of firing on him. I have got smoke, so I could smoke up and try to set him on fire possibly. But I'm just going to hold here for a moment and see what's going on. Oh, and there's the Tashkent, 7.2 kilometers I spotted him at. Can't fire on him though, they're too low, so I'm going to smoke and fire at the same time. We hit him, killed him. So let's see if these torps hit the Naga. So there, one torp hit, no flood though. So where is he now? Could pop my hydroacoustic just in case he's charging me to see where he is. Someone salty in the chat there complaining about the DD division. So I'm going to get out this smoke, and there he is. I suspected he would be charging in, so I need to slow down, because if I leave the smoke at this side, he'll spot me. Slow down, get the ship spun around. Torps are reloading soon, so I can torp him as well. So I'm going to find my torps here. Line them up nicely. I've got a feeling he's not going to turn, so I'm going to fire both spreads in the same area. Now my team's firing on him, but it's a destroyer and a Fiji firing on him. So he might actually kill the Fiji if the Fiji's not careful. The Fiji's charging him, YOLOing in toward him. Now the torps are looking decent, but he's turning slightly, so he might avoid some of them. Definitely going to hit some of them. So, here we go. 1, 2, the third one, that'll kill him. There's our 5th kill, because we got the Tashkent as well. There's our Kraken medal. Now still only 6 ships destroyed, sorry, on the enemy team, and I've killed 5 of them. Granted not single-handedly, but I've got the final hit on them. I killed 2 pretty much single-handedly. So we're just going to go toward the other end of the battle here. Now the enemy ships are just falling off right now. So that German battleship there is still quite a threat, because I can see there's only about 3 or 4 ships that can fire on him, which are mainly cruisers and destroyers. So he could actually kill a couple of these. I'm astonished that this Fiji is still alive, considering he's not in smoke and is firing at the battleship. Fiji's putting some damage into him. Now one of the down points on the German DDs is their range isn't very far. I can't fire on him right now. I need to be around 10 kilometers to actually hit him. But I wouldn't fire anyway, it's not worth the risk. If I fire on him and expose myself, he just needs to land 1 shell to finish me off. It's not worth it. So I'm coming into range soon, but I'm still not going to fire. I could stop in this Fiji smoke and do a few hits in him, but I'm going to go for the cap. I believe it's more precious to get the cap at this point, especially because this guy's going to be finished off anyway. He's on 19k now. The utilized launch torps on him, so we're just going to go to the cap. Now you're seeing also here why I like to run premium smoke on destroyers. If I didn't have that smoke, if I didn't have the premium smoke, the normal smoke would have still been on cooldown for about a minute when I killed that Tashkent. I wouldn't have been able to kill him because I would have had to stay. Well, I would have been able to kill him, but I probably would have died immediately after. The fact that I had the smoke ready meant I could fire smoke and stay in the smoke. So we're approaching this Edinburgh now. I'm aware he's got potentially has radar though, so I'm not going to fire on him. Even though I've got smoke, I could fire, go to the smoke. He could radar me, so I'm not even going to chance it. I fired torps, and I'm just going to stay in the camp, keep turning the camp.
Engine boost deactivated.
Now he's turning in toward me, so I really need to turn away now.
Smoke generator started.
He got Citadel though there, looked like, and he's down. And the two other destroyers on my team died also. Would have been nice to get a perfect game, but it's not going to happen.
Fire on the designated target. Smoke screen
So we're just moving around in the camp. The last cruiser's going down. He's way away, we're not going to get any damage on him, we're just hoping to get a cap here. And there's a lot of salvos going toward him, so he might die. But there he is, he's dead. So here is the end of that game. We raked in 477,000 credits. We got almost 10,000 experience with nearly 500 free experience. We got a First Blood and a Kraken medal. We got 71,000 damage total, 52 hits, 6 torpedo hits, 5 ships sunk. We assisted in 1 capture as well. We did a little bit of defending. Now you're probably wondering to yourself, how you got so much credits and XP when you only did 71,000 damage. I've seen people with 150, 200,000 damage that didn't do that much. It's because it was the damage that I did to the ships that I did and the capture that I got. So I'll show you here what I mean by that. I was top on the team. I got 2,173 experience. Detailed report's going to show us here. Okay, so I did 15,500 to the Yugumo. I think it was only my damage on that Yugumo actually that killed it, the first one of them. I did 12,100 damage to the second Yugumo. Okay, I pretty much soloed these 2 ships. They only have 15k. I pretty much killed them on my own. Now, I would have easily got more XP and more credits from this than I did on the Nagato, which is 36,000 damage. Even though the damage is double on this, it's a battleship and it has more health. I would have easily, because this pretty much soloed this ship, I would have got more credits per hit on this ship, which is why it's great to kill destroyers in random battles. So anyway, I did 36,000 on the Nagato, I did 15,500 on Yugumo 1, 12,100 on Yugumo 2, 6,100 on Fiji, and 1,000 on the Tashkent with that cheeky little hit on it as it was going down there. Our credits and XP breakdown. Without premium even, we would have got 153,000. But I do have a premium, so I need to let you know that. We received 397,000 base, just with premium. Modifiers, we had a Zulu flag on, which got us an extra 80,000 credits. Massive bump in the credits there. If we had had a camo on as well, we would have got another 80,000 credits, which would have been enormous. What did we spend? So our service was 108,000 because we did take a lot of damage, 11,000 for the ammo resupply, and 45,000 for consumable resupply because I use hydro premium and smoke premium. You've just got to use smoke premium in German destroyers because the smoke tank just doesn't last enough and you need it to recharge quickly to be able to use it again. So we come out with 312,000 credit profit. You've already seen the breakdown from our XP. We did get a little bit more XP because I was using a ranked camo, by the way, purely because I'm leveling this ship up right now. But anyway, that's pretty much it, so that was a pretty good game there.